Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. As always, we're going to take a look at the Cardano price, doing a deep dive into the technical aspects, into the chart. Then we're having a look at Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin first, because as you know, Bitcoin is oftentimes the leader in terms of where the price goes in the crypto market. A few things in the beginning. First of all, thanks for all your comments. Thanks for, all your everybody who subscribed, everybody who likes this technical analysis. I know a lot of you guys want to know how this works, and I try to explain everything in the videos. At some point I might do a tutorial video or some videos, maybe a video series, but that takes a bit more time, so I need to free some time up. Then again, if you like these videos, please hit the like button. That helps the algorithm. Please subscribe, because there will be the videos every day going forward. And also comment if you can, because the more comments there are, the more people will see it. That all helps the algorithm. And at the moment, prices are pretty much doing what we are predicting. Bear in mind, I can always be wrong. This is just purely based on probabilities, on chart patterns, indicators, and they can give a really good indication if you know how to read them. But you can always be wrong if the market does something unexpected. It's always a bit harder on the weekend because volumes are just not there yet. So it can be a bit hard. So as long as you understand that, these might work out like 60-70% of the time. And in trading, if you are doing that and if you constantly work in the 60-70% range, you can make some really nice profits. So it's not rocket science, but it's important to understand that I can always be wrong. So I'm not saying I will always be right. Absolutely not. And this is more for entertainment and educational purposes, not any financial advice. As long as you understand that, that's fine. And let's go into Bitcoin. We predicted we are still in this ascending wedge. So it's a nice thing to have, because then we can predict price moves pretty accurately. However, it's a bearish pattern. I said that. So at some point there might be a breakout, hopefully to the upside, but because it's a bearish pattern, there might be a move to the downside. So we just need to be aware of that. I don't see that happening very soon. So what we have as well, we are above the moving averages here. This is the 4-hour chart, by the way. So the more short-term chart. What we can see is forming here is a bullish pennant. That is what we had on the Cardano chart yesterday, and we broke out to the upside. So what that essentially is, you have this post of the flag. It's not really a bullish flag, which would be a bullish move as well, because the bullish flag is just a channel. This is a bullish pennant, so pretty much a symmetrical triangle, which we can see forming here, which indicates there should be a move to the upside. Also, given that we are above the moving averages and indicators looking quite good, hopefully that will happen and we move to the upside. Not guaranteed. That's what I can see in the chart. So that should help the Cardano price as well. Another thing that people talked about a few weeks ago, but people tend to forget about things again. So we have on the daily chart, we have the moving averages here, the shorter term 20 and 50-day moving averages. We're going to have these to cross the 200-day moving average soon, right? So these are going to cross in the next few weeks. If that's going to happen, that could be a bullish signal. Whenever that happened before, normally we see some good price moves. Bear in mind, they always lag behind these moving averages, but many traders still see, for example, such a so-called death cross as we saw here and here. This is the 50-day moving average here. So it reacts slower. But main thing is, if the 50 crosses the 200, either way, it is normally a bullish or a bearish sign. So whenever that happened here, we could see a sell-off. And whenever it happened the other way around, the last time that happened, that was before we actually saw the all-time high here. Last time it happened, it was last year in May. It was supposed to happen earlier, but then we had the sell-off because of what's going on in the world. And then it really happened, and we saw a huge price move. That is obviously only one indication, but many people see that as a opportunity. So it's a golden cross, and we're going to wait for that. That will happen in the next couple of weeks, and that will work very well together with the introduction of smart contracts on Cardano. So it could really be the catalyst for Cardano then to move even higher. So very nice. Let's take a look at the Cardano chart, and yes, it was really hard yesterday. Wow, what did I do? It was really, what is it? It was really hard yesterday because we were looking, I mean, we predicted this bullish pennant here, said that would probably play out to the upside because a bullish pennant is a bullish pattern. You have essentially this triangle forming, and it was a bit tricky to draw that triangle because you could make the call that maybe it was something like that. But even then it would have been a descending wedge, so, you know, pretty much a descending triangle, but then looked for me more like a bullish pennant. I had to move this a few times because as the new bars came up, the new candles, other patterns made more sense, so I moved just this lower support level a few times. But anyway, it was still a bullish pennant. And I said that, yeah, pretty much at the video yesterday, I said in the next 6 hours something would happen. When did I do the video? Oh, sometime here. And yeah, I think, yeah, exactly when I said it happened. And there was one comment, I think he deleted it. There was one comment because I only had the email, but I didn't see it anymore in the video. He said that he never saw someone making a prediction about a time. So that was just clickbait, and we should all go to another crypto channel. Well, honestly, I mean, if you understand how these patterns work, you can actually sometimes make a prediction about when it happens, because here something needed to happen. The more closely we move towards the apex, you can't always stay within it. I mean, I never saw that it's just going to trade as a straight line from here. So of course, you know, I guess he didn't listen to the video, and he said we're moving to the downside. But actually, yeah, we did break out to the upside. So I guess when that happened, he deleted his comment. I mean, luckily nobody's forced to watch these videos, but if you want to have good information, because I try to explain everything and I hope you then come to your own conclusions. Whenever I explain something, it doesn't make sense to you, then of course, let me know in the comments or criticize, that's fine. But I mean, this all made total sense to me. But yeah, anyway. I just think we are all one community. There are other YouTube channels as well, which are good, of course, and I watch them as well sometimes. But anyway, I think nobody explains these more in that much detail. Haven't seen any other channel like that, but there are good other channels. So anyway, nobody needs to listen to these videos. What we are seeing now, luckily, that we're above the moving averages again, and this is just the 1 hour chart, so they are not that meaningful on the 1 hour chart. It was also not that huge pump that I expected, because what you normally expect is, for example, that you have the length of the beginning of that triangle and then you just add it to the top, as we did down here. So that was pretty much the prediction, that we would see a move to the upside like that, and it happened. So that was good. And however, so yeah, of that length here, and it pretty much happened. So what we're seeing now, we don't see the volume that I expected, because normally what you see in these bullish pennants or triangles, that when you break out, you see a huge move. Well, there was a nice candle here, but it didn't continue. However, we can now see that these moving averages act as support. Also the resistance here on that triangle, on the bullish pennant, that was tested a few times successfully. That tells me it's really bullish. We now trade above it. There's not an immediate risk to go below it anymore, not at the moment, and this means there is scope now to the upside. What we can actually see is maybe actually on the 1 hour chart here, maybe even something like a mini triangle, mini bullish pennant forming here. So again, that could be a bullish sign, and then again, if we assume that it's going to happen, that could indicate a breakout very soon. So yeah, something like that. Again, not guaranteed, and this is only on the 1 hour chart, but there you go. So it could be that we're now climbing up like that, and this is what I can see. We saw that pump, we saw a bullish move to the upside, really nice development. What this also could become like is maybe something like even a longer bullish pennant now, right? This is what I say. Sometimes you just have to move. You have to move the goalposts a little bit. You have to move basically the patterns can move and shift and transform. So it's important to understand when that happens, and looks to me, I mean, that hasn't happened yet because it's now not touching all these points anymore. But actually, I still believe it probably is like that to a certain degree, yeah. But maybe now what could happen is, yeah, maybe something like a channel could develop also, and we might still be in that larger pattern here. So you could have a pattern within a pattern, but actually I think we're breaking out now, and hopefully we are going to move to the upside. And that's what I think, yeah. So we just need to get to that 267 level, and I showed you that in one of yesterday's videos. I think that's a crucial one. Or let's have a look at the 4-hour chart first, basically, because then we might see something there that we are not seeing on the 1-hour chart. So essentially what I said yesterday as well, what I hoped it would happen, and it might have happened actually because of that this moving average here on the 4-hour chart, as it comes into this triangle, that it brings the price up, and maybe that is what happened. So the more this is moving to the upside, you know, throughout the day today, we should see higher prices, hopefully. So you can see the prices, the time down here. I mean, this is UK time now, 7 o'clock in the morning. So that is why you can make a time. Sometimes you can predict when things happen. So throughout the day today, hopefully we'll see higher and higher prices. The more this is moving up towards the 260 maybe, that would be nice to see. But what I actually wanted to show you, that we just need to get through this 267 level, which is crucial. And this is really on the macro level. And it is all based on the assumption that we have a channel here. Okay, a channel forming. And here. So these are pretty much parallel lines. I just draw that quickly here just to give you an idea. But pretty much just, I mean, they need to be parallel really. And what you can see, the red one here is just the lines that I draw, so I check them out. But yeah, this is pretty much what is the channel. And the level here to get through is pretty much the, is it not even 267? No, I don't think it is. It's more like the 260. So it's pretty much like the 260 level, and we're very close, guys. And honestly, if we get through the 260, I think something big should happen. That has been resistance now after we hit the, that is why we didn't go up further after we saw the new all-time high. This is where we were held back, because this is now a channel, and this is where we stopped. And you can pretty much say that this is a huge resistance level. If we get through that, we should see new all-time highs anyway, because this is a new all-time high then. But what we also should see is really, yeah, basically a huge move to the upside. What's interesting to call out here on the daily chart, actually, I mean, this is now today is the 22nd of August, yeah. So this candle is now live, this candle here, and it's actually, we're just about to go through to new all-time highs, because the new all-time high was now here. Was it 258 pretty much? Yeah, 258. But the candle didn't close there, so we touched that price and then we went down. So we are now above that level. Actually, we haven't hit the level that was the all-time high for a short period, but we are now above the level where the candles closed. Really good sign, very bullish. Everything turns out, and we're now already at 254. So I think today we are going to climb up, especially down here, the awesome oscillator, if you can see it, looking good on the daily. The MACD looking good as well. RSI overbought. It's the only thing that makes me worry a little bit, but we were there before for a few days or even weeks. But this is looking really good. Also the awesome oscillator looking really good. And that's pretty much it for today, or at least for this morning. I'll give you an update video later. And yeah, it turns out we're gonna move to the upside, guys, and watch the 258 level. It's a crucial level. That's the previous all-time high, and it's even more important because this is forming the channel together with the previous all-time high and the lows, the major swing lows that we can see on the macro side of things. This is huge, and then you have the parallel channel at the top, pretty much here. So this is forming a channel, and we need to get through this level in that range, you know, between 258 and 260. So I'm watching that, and I think that would be a good, for me, a speculative trade to get into from here, because this is when things will kick off, I believe. This is when volume is going in. And do we see volume at the moment? Not that much, I think. Not as much as we should be seeing it. We can see that down here because it's weekend as well, but volume has still picked up. So let's see what's going to happen in the next few hours. And I hope you appreciated the video. If you did, please smash the like button and comment and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next video. Bye.